a concise approach to top-down market strategies and the forces affecting investments. That's the spoken word on investing.
Now we're going to talk real estate and stocks with our chief equity strategist, John Blank, who joins us via Skype from the West Coast. John, I know it's spring and all, but why real estate?
Terry, because if you look back at 2008, the big financial crisis was caused first by real estate collapse, and then it took down stock prices 60%. So we need to revisit this idea that yet another real estate collapse is on its way, and that's where the source of the next recession and big downturn in stock prices are. That's what I'm looking at.
All right, so I have to ask then, how far away is this event?
Well, Terry, the issues are very different this time. What we have overbuilding of this time around is apartment buildings. If you look into National Council of Real Estate Investment Fiduciaries, NCREIF, and I recommend everybody to learn NCREIF because NCREIF's got the best data. And what the NCREIF will tell you is that apartments are driving the overbuilding right now in all metro areas. It hasn't gotten serious yet. We have vacancy rates that are close to the long-term normal, but the prices are cooling. What are called the cap rates, which is the amount of income you're earning from your apartment buildings, it's cooling. So next year, Terry, I think next year is when we got to worry about this crash.
And the impact on REITs, the real estate investment trusts, if any?
Well, it certainly puts a level of damage to rising returns in REITs. So they can't really get more returns out of an apartment REIT. The other ones I'm not so sure about. But apartment REITs, you got to take a look at it and realize you're not going to keep getting more sustained increases in dividends from here.
All right. So with that good news as the background, let's switch over to the stock market, John. Is it time to buy stocks on dips now?
Terry, I'd hold off until the end of the summer here if it were me. I mean, I think we're going to get down into the 2,300 area or even below that and test the lows. So I don't think that's going to happen for a while. And I would tell people to hang in there, wait for a while until we get a real 5% pullback. That's what we need right now to clear the air in this market.
In the meantime, what impact is the geopolitical situation with North Korea going to have on stocks?
Terry, I think it's going to have very little unless we see a military confrontation, and I don't think people should be betting on that. I think the diplomacy route, particularly with the Chinese, is more likely, and unless we see actual military action by the United States, I would not consider this to be a stock market event. And even if there is military action by the United States, I would probably be in a wait-and-see mode anyways.
What about the upcoming French election?
French election is a lot different. If we don't see Macron pulling through, I think we're going to see a sell-off in European stocks. So that's a lot more serious to me. Next week, we've got to see Macron pull through from the primaries and get into that final round. If that happens, then we're good to go in Europe, and it's probably going to mark the high water mark for this whole populist thing is probably 6 months ago.
All right, and just as a point of reference, you and I are talking here on April the 18th. All right, let's talk stocks and sectors. Consumers back in the driver's seat. Discretionary is hot once again.
Yeah, Terry, and I'll give you a name I like just to give you an idea of where to look. This SP Plus, ticker SP. This is your, large institutional parking garage company. And so people are getting out into the downtowns and getting out and around. And we're seeing that this company has been able to get prices and keep them in their parking lots. So I like this type of traction in retail when you look at something kind of core to getting around. That's the SP.
Infotech as a sector, also hot.
Right, and what I like here, Terry, I like a defense electronics company called FLIR Systems, ticker FLIR. They make the thermal imaging devices to see through fog and the things we're talking about in Syria, in North Korea, these types of ISIS-related events. FLIR Systems is the kind of company that's going to provide that thermal imaging to detect these types of terrorists.
And in the financial sector, little different story. Hot spots, right?
Yeah, exactly. I like this BGC Capital. This is basically a spinoff of Cantor Fitzgerald from 2004. They're about a 12-year-old company, but they're an interdealer broker that really have a lot of business outside the United States. So if you like growth and transactions outside the United States, you got to look into this company, and I think it's a good one.
All right, there you have the latest spoken word on investing from our chief equity strategist, John Blank. And with John, I'm Terry Ruffalo.